Now, some voices have been established as legends on my shows, and one of the greatest is the voice you're about to hear next. He helped us through the primaries, through the presidential election, and he's helping us through the first 2 troubled years of the Hussein-Obama presidency. At least that's what they call it on Fox News. He's the former U.S. Republican congressman, author, and all-round pundit, John LeBoutillier. John, welcome back.
George, I have missed hearing that wonderful voice of yours for the last few months.
You and me both, sir.
Well, and then I'm very sorry. I had not realized you were unfortunately defeated in April.
Ach, I was, but then you and I have got that in common now, that we're ex-parliamentarians.
Well, and by the way, there's a badge of honor in it, because I can't think of any good politician who hasn't lost, and then you've got to come back, and you will come back. And you're a great human being, and I love being on your show, and I wish you were on the air over here.
Thanks, John. I will be soon. I'll drop you a note about that. I've got a radio show in the United States starting soon. Now, tell us, what's this Jon Stewart phenomenon?
Well, Jon Stewart, is he on in England?
He is, but just for those who've not seen him, just talk us through it.
He's a comedian, and he's on every night, Monday to Friday, on the Comedy Channel. Huge following. And following him afterwards is another guy that's very funny named Stephen Colbert, Colbert. And the two of them have the hottest thing going on American TV, really for the young, for young adults 20 to 40. So they love these two shows, which rip through humor. They rip politicians apart. But they have a big audience, and the president went over to be on Jon Stewart's show 2 days ago, and did not really do very well.
Is it unusual for the president to appear on a show like that?
Totally. Never happened before. I mean, no president has ever been on Comedy Central, which is the name of the network. And I think a lot of people think that it was not really up to being presidential to go on.
Especially as he did badly. Tell us how he did badly.
Well, he didn't show a quick wit. He stumbled on some answers. Stewart was sort of guiding him along to ask him why he'd had trouble over the first 2 years. And the famous saying from 2008, "Yes, we can." And Jon Stewart said, well, what's with that? I mean, you haven't really gotten a lot that we wanted done. And Obama said, well, I would say, yes, we can, but it's going to take a while, and the audience didn't like it. They don't understand. What you and I understand, having been in office, is change, any kind of change in a democracy, is tough sledding, because you got to push, and your opponents are allowed to push back, and it's a constant tug of war.
Well, as Mario Cuomo said, you campaign in poetry, but you have to govern in prose.
That's it, and it is a long, tough slog, and I'm not even sure that Obama in 2008 really knew that. I think he might have thought he was so powerful, so popular, that he could just snap his fingers and people would part the Red Sea and give him whatever he wanted. But that's not happening. It hasn't happened. And this coming Tuesday...
before we go on to Tuesday, John, what's happening tomorrow in Washington? This same Jon Stewart has organized a mass protest.
No, it's not really. What they're having down on the mall in Washington, the famous mall where all the museums are and the Washington Monument and the Lincoln and Jefferson memorials, is where we always have these big demonstrations down there. And in August, Glenn Beck, you've heard of him.
He's the right-wing Fox News proselytizer.
Yeah, he's really way out there. He had a big rally that brought all these people together, and it was maybe 300,000 people. It's unclear how many. And what's happening is Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert are having a similar rally, only it's to make fun of what Glenn Beck did. So they're mocking it, and it's all for TV. It's to be on a TV show. It'll be interesting.
Will it be big, John?
I think it'll be pretty big. I don't think it'll be 300,000 people, but we'll find out. I mean, these guys are very clever at building a big TV audience. This is for TV. and it's to mock politicians. That's really what they're all about.
So Tuesday, it's Super Tuesday. The presidency, or the fate of it, probably turns on Tuesday, don't you think?